All right, shalom, shalom. Okay, shalom, Akim. It's your brother Zakaria Allah. All right, branched out here, Williamsport, Pennsylvania. Coming out here once again to declare the downfall of this wicked kingdom, the whole camp. You know what I'm saying? To chant the destruction of this place, man. As this is 2025, all right, the hopeful year of our deliverance and the destruction of Esau, Edom. All right. So before I get started, man, I want to say, call Halayullah, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Chak all right. As a matter of fact, I'm face the instant. I'm face the east, and I'm going to do this again. Call Halayullah, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Chak okay. So Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai. Okay. We out here to prophesy once again. You know what I'm saying? To speak to the four winds, man. All right. As we're entering into the final phase of this. You see what I'm saying? There's so much that's happening in the news right now. You know what I'm saying? And as the elder Yashamab was speaking about the other day, all right, he said there's so much that you can't even keep up. You know what I'm saying? You can't even slack. It's a little breezy out here. It's you can't even keep up with what's going on. You know what I'm saying? There's so many things that's happening in the world today, man. All right. That's why it behooves you Israelites, to believe, to hear this word, to listen. You know what I'm saying? And activate your faith, man. Store up your faith now, man. While the time is while the time is still not. You see what I'm saying? While the time is still available for you to get it right, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why our credo is Shema Yasha Allah, Yahweh Allah Nawa, Yahweh Echad. See what I'm saying? Hear, O Israel, the Lord our power is one power. You know what I'm saying? He is one. You see? And he sent us our beloved, our beloved big brother, you know what I'm saying, our king. You know what I'm saying? Our savior, Yahweh Shah. To what? To bind up the brokenhearted, okay? To prepare the way. And the prophets was here. The prophets was set for a mission. You know what I'm saying? Sent by Yahweh Shai to give this notice to the elect. You know what I'm saying? Because all of this word has to go to the Israelites, man. Or shall I say, this word has to go to all the Israelites. But only the remnant is going to return. All right. I think I'll start off with that. I think I'm gonna start off with that one. Let's go to Isaiah. Isaiah chapter 10. All right.
Isaiah chapter 10. And the heading for this is a remnant will return. Okay? So Isaiah 10 and 20. It says, and it shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Israel, Yashar'Allah, and such as are escaped of the house of Jacob, shall no more again stay upon him, that smote them, but shall stay upon the Lord Yahweh Shai, or Slaki Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, the Holy One of Israel, in truth, man. Okay? So this is all about us returning back to the Lord, man, returning back to his laws, statutes, and commandments. You know what I'm saying? Turning back to the belief, all right, the belief in our power, okay? Knowing that we have but a short time to get this thing together, man, right? Because if these Edomites is running out of time, you know what I'm saying? What does that mean? That means that they're about to ramp up their shit, man. They're about to ramp it up. All right? Like Mr. McCall said in the movie The Equalizer. He said, I ain't got a lot of time, which means you ain't got any. Which you don't have any, man. You don't have any. Look at the way these Edomites are moving. You know what I'm saying? Look at the way these Edomites is getting their NWO in place. All right? They're not wasting any more time. They can't afford to. All right? They can't afford to, man. Look at what's going on out here. Let me get that real quick. And bookmark that because I want to get that next. Slock. Real quick. If this wind would allow me. All right, so let's see. Right there. So, like I said, man, these Edomites are moving in such a way that they can't, they can't afford. All right, they can't afford to drag this thing on much longer. You know what I'm saying? They can't afford to do that. Right? I was listening to the brother Azan Amath. You know what I'm saying? And he was talking about the fact that how they're moving right now. You know what I'm saying? It's in overdrive. It's in hyperdrive. You know what I'm saying? Hyperdrive, man. Because too much has been lost, man. I was listening to LD Yashawamba again, and he was speaking on the situation with this whole Epstein charade that's going on right now. You know what I'm saying? And so with this much exposure, all right, with this much exposure, they can't allow this thing to be dragged on, man, because TikTok is cussing them out. Instagram is cussing them out. You know what I'm saying? They're being cussed out all over the place, and the world is seeing it. All right? So a big event is going to happen. A big event, a massive event is bound to happen very soon, man. Very soon. Because they can't keep getting exposed like this. So let me finish this off in Isaiah chapter 10, verse 20. Let's go to verse 21. It says, the remnant shall return. The remnant shall return, even the remnant of Jacob, unto the almighty power. All right? Because it says that we will no longer stay upon those that smote us, man. Who smote us? These Edomites, your enemies. Who smote us? It was these jokers, man. These crackers and these heathen. When you go into the parable of Lazarus and the rich man, you know what I'm saying? And the dogs licked his sores. That's the nations. That's the other nations, man. All right? All these other nations that's complicit with Esau Edom. All right? You know what I'm saying? So now's the time to separate. Now's the time to separate from them, man. Like the scriptures say in Ecclesiastes, the 3rd chapter. All right, that there's a time to embrace and there's a time to refrain from embracing. You see what I'm saying? To cease from embracing. This is that time, man. All right, this is that time because these Edomites are showing their horns right now. These Edomites is expressing to you how they really feel about you, man. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Indians, you children of Yasha Allah. All right, they're showing you what this thing's about. They're showing you how they feel. They're showing you that they've never cared about you, man. All right. Literally, they're arguing about giving these so-called immigrants, you know what I'm saying, the bare minimum, like a bed. You know what I'm saying, like a bed, like clean water. All right. Complaining about giving them food. You see, these people are showing their horns, man. They're showing who they are, who they really are. All right. So verse 22, and it reads, for though thy people Israel be as the sand of the sea, yet a remnant of them shall return. The consumption decreed shall overflow with righteousness, man. All right? The consumption decreed. So those that are predestinated to hear this word, they're going to return, man. They're going to return. Our job was to give the warning to all Israel. That was our job, to give the warning to all of Yasha Allah, you know what I'm saying, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Indians, all right, the Israelites that's been scattered abroad, see what I'm saying? And to give them that warning, man, as is written in Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 17, okay? To give them warning from me. That was our job. That was our mission, man, okay? And we performed that mission, beginning with our apostles, bishops, and elders on down, man, which double honors into the apostles and the bishops and the elders, you know what I'm saying, who've been laboring in this truth, man. You see what I'm saying? Who have taught this word consistently, in season, out of season, when it was not popular. You know what I'm saying? When it wasn't popular, man. When it wasn't the highlight, so to speak. All right? When it wasn't the hot thing to get into. Okay? We're talking about during the time when nobody had cell phones. All right? They was out here preaching and prophesying this word. During the time when we didn't have the internet, we didn't have AOL, none of that. And they was out here prophesying, preaching. You see what I'm saying? To the four winds. Preaching in Manhattan, preaching out there in Connecticut. You see what I'm saying? And here we are. We are the fruits of that of the labors of those men. Okay? And we're able to enter into these men's labors and continue to work. All right? And that was our job, man. Our job is to give this word. Our job is to go into the histories. You know what I'm saying? Go into the meaning of these words. Give the message. Give the mysteries. Break these things down, man. That's what the prophets was here to do. But when you look at all these false prophets, what are they doing? What are they doing, man? It's all about gimmicks. It's all about clickbait. You know what I'm saying? Come and watch these Edomites get cut with the scriptures. Come and watch this Edomite leaking on the floor, crying and shit like that, and groveling. You know what I'm saying? Before the face of the prophets. Like, you know, this is what we're talking about, man. False prophets, okay? Men crept in unawares, man. That they don't care about the flock. This is not about edification. It's not about edification. It's about gimmicks. It's about clicks and likes and views. You see what I'm saying? Subscribe, like and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Hit that cash app. All that garbage, man. Come on, man. We're not about that. We're not about none of that here. You see what I'm saying? We don't ask for any of it. We're here to do a job. All right? And to reach the elect. We're fishers, as the scriptures say. Let's go to Jeremiah chapter 16. All right? This is Jeremiah chapter 16 and verse 16. Behold, I will send for many fishers, saith Yahweh, and they shall fish them. And after will I send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain. and from every hill, and out of the holes of rocks. All right. So that was our job, man. Our job was to fish for the elect. You know what I'm saying? The men of the hopeful elect, the men, the women, and the children of the hopeful elect, man. Okay? That's why we say, all right, shalom to you, Akwath. All right, you men, you Akim and you Akwath that's listening in, that's tuning in. You know what I'm saying? Shalom to the hopeful elect of the 12 tribes that's been scattered abroad, man. As it says in the book of James, 1 and 1. To all the Israelites that's been scattered abroad of the 12 tribes, greetings, man. Greetings. We're here to reach all of the tribes, not just here, not just in America, but in Bolivia, in China even. You see what I'm saying? In Lithuania, all right? In Russia, in Saudi Arabia. Israelites scattered all around the world, man. You're supposed to hear this word. Because not all the Israelites are gonna come looking like your average Israelite, like your typical Israelite looks. They're not gonna come looking as dark skinned as me. They're not gonna come looking like Wesley Snipes. You see what I'm saying? Michael B. Jordan, Idris Elba, Denzel Washington. They're not gonna come looking like Pedro Pascal. They're not gonna all come looking like that. You see what I'm saying? So, like I said, there's gonna be jokers that's coming around looking like uh like you know uh like like Jim Carrey. You know what I'm saying? Come looking like Jackie Chan, Bruce Lee. You know what I'm saying? People laugh at us when we say that, but you're gonna be very surprised when you see it. You're gonna be very surprised when the Lord raises up his elect, the Israelites that's gonna be scattered around the entire world. That remnant. Okay, the same remnant that we're talking about in the book of Isaiah, chapter 10. All right. So let's go to Jeremiah chapter 49. All right. Jeremiah 49 and let's get verse 7. Let's start at the top. Right. Let's start here at the precept. Okay. Jeremiah 49 and 7 says, concerning Edom. All right. Concerning Edom, thus saith the Lord Yahweh Tazabawath, is wisdom no more in Taman? Is counsel perished from the prudent? All right. Is their wisdom vanished? Flee ye, turn back. All right. Dwell deep, O inhabitants of Dedan, for I will bring the calamity of Esau upon him, the time that I will visit him. All right. The time where I will visit him, man. Hey, Shalom, Zakar. Shalom, how about Shimei of Shabbat? All right. Flee ye, turn back, dwell deep, O inhabitants of Dedan, for I will bring the calamity of Esau upon him, the time that I will visit him. If grape gatherers come to thee, wilt thou not leave some gleaning grapes? If thieves by night, they will destroy till they have enough. But I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren, and his neighbors, and he is not. See what I'm saying? When you look at what's going on with these devils, man, all right, how they're being exposed on such a high degree, right? Like I said, I was looking at the news, and it's all over the place, man. It's all over the place. All right, these devils are getting exposed, man, with this whole Epstein garbage. All right, and everyone's just pointing the finger. Everyone's pointing at each other. You know what I'm saying? And all those jokers who was the biggest cheerleaders, all right, are silently trying to back up. You know what I'm saying? Trying to ease up off that whole that whole Trump bandwagon. All right. When you look at what's his name, Joe Rogan, right? Joe Rogan, and he was the biggest. He was the guy, man. He was that guy. You know what I'm saying? He was the one that brought in like 1 billion views. You know what I'm saying? When he was interviewing Trump, All right, talk about this is him. This the one that's going. This one that's gonna. He's gonna expose the deep state. He's gonna clean out the swamp. All right, it's a chess move. All right, he's gonna checkmate all the evil corrupt bankers and stuff like that. He's a billionaire. Oh well, he's one of those nice billionaires. He's not one of those that we need to worry about. He's one of us. He may be a multi-billionaire tycoon, but trust and believe he's one of us. You see what I'm saying? And now they gotta either double back. They either gotta double back or they gotta double down. You see what I'm saying? And when you look at people when you look at clowns like Alex Jones, all right, this joker he's making a whole fool of himself, all right, saying the type of things that he's saying, man, to try and justify this shit. All right. The fact that the Department of Justice just up and tells the whole world that there are no Epstein files. You see what I'm saying? There are no files out there, man. There's no documents, there's no lists and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here. And MAGA is going crazy. MAGA is going crazy, right? So I got a couple articles, man. Okay. This one here is from AOL. All right. AOL, it reads, Trump is daring MAGA to oppose him right now. Trump is daring MAGA to oppose. Let's get this, man. Let's get this. Because we told y'all what was going to happen. That jokers was going to get sore. They was going to get real upset. They was going to get real upset. Isaiah chapter 19. Isaiah chapter 19 and verse 2, it says, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. All right? Friends is going to be fighting against each other like enemies, man. Where is that? Second Esdras. Second Esdras, I believe the 6th chapter. Yep. Second Esdras, chapter 6, and verse 24. It reads, at that time shall friends, it says friends, all right? And at that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies, all right? And the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountains shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run, all right? Friends is going to be fighting against each other, man. You know what I'm saying? Like enemies, man. Like they was never cool to begin with. Well, what do you see what's going on with MAGA right now? These jokers are at each other's throats because you got the ones that are gung ho loyalists. You see what I'm saying? And they believe they believe in Trump wholeheartedly. You know what I'm saying? He's their messiah. But then you got MAGA who can see what's going on, man. That there's no difference. There's no difference. There never was. You see what I'm saying? We told y'all when he got in office the first time, before he got up in there, he swore up and down to you niggas that he was gonna make sure Hillary Clinton was in prison on day one. Then when he gets up in there, what does he tell you? You see what I'm saying? He tells you, well, we have to be forgiving. We have to give grace. You know what I'm saying? And he was playing the whole Christian type of jive. You know what I'm saying? To get you jokers on board with it. You know what I'm saying? To get you, and it's so funny to watch how these jokers how these jokers is moving. You know what I'm saying? How they react, how they're responding. All right. It says, I will quote, I will give you everything, unquote. Donald Trump famously spoke those words during the 2016 presidential campaign. He said, I will give you everything. And for his most ardent MAGA supporters, a more unshackled and unchecked second Trump term has carried the promise that he might actually deliver on many of his more controversial proposals. You know what I'm saying? Like they said, well, he didn't do it the first time. Well, maybe he'll do it this time. Maybe he'll do it this time. You know what I'm saying? Says controversial proposals, often things he failed to do in his first term. The reality is proving much more complicated. In recent days and weeks, the Trump administration has repeatedly bowed to the realities of governing. It's done things on Jeffrey Epstein, on Russia's war in Ukraine, on deportations, on government spending, and on Iran that risk alienating the MAGA base that brought Trump to the dance. All right, because what was going on? He said that he would end the war with Ukraine on day one. That's what he said. He said he's going to end this thing on day one. I'm the president of peace. You see what I'm saying? And instead of doing that, instead of that, he's straight up what? He's giving more money to Ukraine. He's giving more aid to Ukraine. All right, that wasn't what MAGA wanted, right? You know what I'm saying? Uh, 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 regarding the situation with the Middle East. You know what I'm saying? So-called Middle East, which is West Asia. Now all of a sudden he's bombing Iran. And not only is he doing this to Iran, a sovereign nation that is actually connected with Russia and China, all right, two superpowers that rival America, but he also did this without the consent of the Congress. So that's your body, your constitution right there. You see what I'm saying? Because he can't do that without the consent of the Congress. All right, that's strike number two. Right? What else did it say? It said, of course, we're talking about Jeffrey Epstein. All right, I think this one is the straw that might break the camel's back. You know what I'm saying? Might. Not gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? Because these jokers have let him get away with everything else. All right. What else? Deportations. You know what I'm saying? So now MAGA is split down the middle, with deportations too. All right. Why is that? It's because they're looking at how they're behaving towards these people. You know what I'm saying? They're seeing the reports. All right. They're hearing the reports. They're hearing that there's evidence. They are taking these people. They're binding them shackled arms and feet. You know what I'm saying? And they're putting them inside cargo ships, cargo planes. All right. Not commercial or nothing like that. All right. And they're going over the Atlantic. They're turning off their transponders, right? They're turning off their transponders, and then they're circling right back to America. And in that hot spot, all right, the satellite images are showing that there's heat, in that spot, meaning that there's not just 10, 20 bodies we're talking about. We're talking about a crap ton of bodies. You see what I'm saying? A crap ton of bodies. You can't fit that many bodies on a commercial plane, but you can on a cargo ship, on a cargo plane. You see what I'm saying? You can do that on the cargo plane, and it's showing up. All these bodies are showing up in Mallorca. You know what I'm saying? In Spain. You see what I'm saying? Body shackled, with what was it? Industry grade shackles. All right. And the serial numbers are etched off. The serial numbers are all etched off to make sure it won't be traced back. You see what I'm saying? That has America all on it, all up over it. You see what I'm saying? Then what else? They're going to the autopsies. They're saying that these people were sedated before they were drowned. They were sedated. All right? All these people were sedated, man. This is how wicked this devil is. And the people are seeing it. The people are forced to see this. And you got one half of MAGA, they're like, yeah, this is what we voted for. This is what we wanted. Yeah, get rid of them spickers. Get rid of them niggas and them sticks. But then you got the other side, and the other side is looking at this like this isn't the America. This isn't the America that I thought existed. This isn't the America that I was taught. You know what I'm saying? That I was taught about. You know what I'm saying? The ones that's the beacon of hope, the beacon of justice. You see what I'm saying? I thought that we was just going after the ones who didn't come here the right way. Why are we coming after those? All right, why are we coming after those that actually are here legally and did all the right things? Why are we going after them? We're looking like monsters. We're looking like like terrorists. You see what I'm saying? Why are we doing this? You see? And so they're split down the middle. This is what we're talking about, man. This is the prophecy where Yahweh Shai said, a kingdom divided against itself shall not stand. All right? Let me get another article real quick. Okay, that was just one. Donald Trump's response to Jeffrey Epstein question leaves MAGA stunned. Stunned. These jokers are stunned out here. All right, they're confused. They're like, wait a minute, how could you do this to us? For months you kept telling us that you got these things, that it's so terrible what's going on these files. These freaking these videotapes and all this stuff, man. Imagery. You see what I'm saying? They're saying then you got Pam Bundy and she says, I got the files on my desk. They go out in front of the cameras and they wave they wave these documents. You see what I'm saying? These books. And they're saying that those are the documents. And then she says, they're on my desk, waiting for me to review them. And then here we are, fast forward to now. There's no list. There's no list. There's no files. You know what I'm saying? The guy offed himself. Nothing to see here. All right? These jokers are losing it, man. And here comes a reporter, and he asked this guy a question. All right, what about those files, man? Because you clearly was telling us that you had them, you know? And then this guy gets on there. He says, you still talking about Epstein? You still talking about that creep? You still we're making so much success around the world, and that tragedy in Texas is such a tragedy, such a tragedy. I have to tell you, but then it's like what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? What the fuck? Says during the cabinet meeting on Tuesday, a reporter questioned Attorney General Pam Bundy about Epstein. As she began to reply, Trump interrupted and said, "Are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein? The guy's been talked about for years. Nigga, you was the one talking about him. You was the one talking about him for years. You see what I'm saying? The same way you was talking about Hillary Clinton for years. All right? The same way you kept telling the people you're going to get this person in jail on day one. You said nothing of the sort. You said the complete opposite. All right? And then you got Elon Musk, all right, this snake, and he's sitting here telling you that they're not going to show you that. They're not going to show you that list because he's on that list. Oh, guess what? Elon's on that list too. He's no different. All these images, these photos that's been leaked, he's in those images too. With Ghislaine Maxwell and Epstein, man. Eating across from Epstein or in the same banquet. Get real, man. You see? So yeah, this is a joke, man. This is a joke. The agencies also said he did not have a client list, something Trump had suggested during his campaign that he would release if he was elected. And here he is. He's elected. He's doing everything. He's doing everything else except doing what you asked him to do. You see what I'm saying? He's got money he's handing out to everybody. Everybody's got money. We giving money to you, blank check to you, blank check to freaking to Doge, blank check over to ICE. Everybody getting money. Everybody getting money. It's raining money, man. But it ain't going to you. See what I'm saying? It ain't going to you. It's only a matter of time, man. It's only a matter of time. These jokers finna explode out here. They finna explode out here. They're not gonna they're not gonna keep getting rammed up the ass. You know what I'm saying? Shit, man, it's only a matter of time. Let's go to Second Esdras 15 and 15. All right. It reads, "For the sword in their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power." All right. It's only a matter of time. They're going to take matters into their own hands. All right. Because it's just, it's too blatant at this point. It's too blatant. All right. Because, you know, I was actually talking to my brother the other, actually yesterday. And we was having a discussion about that. It was like, you know what I'm saying? What is that? What did he say? He said, he said I could get. He said I could give it to him if they believe the event of 2020. I could give it to him, man. I could give it to him back then. You know what I'm saying? I could give it to him during the event of 2001. All right, 9/11. I could give them that. You know what I'm saying? If they really believe the government, the official narrative, I can give them that. You know what I'm saying? But it's too much information now. It's too much information that's gone out. It's too much. It's too much that you can readily see on TikTok, Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Reddit. All right. Odyssey, Rumble. All right. It's too much information. Too much free flow of it that you can just sit here and say that and say that. Oh yeah, no, they're right. There were no files. There was no client list. There was nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? It's only a matter of time, man. Right? Another article, real quick. This from Natural News. Trump administration under fire as public outrage over alleged Epstein files suppression. Okay, this is looking bad, man. This is looking bad for your boy Trump, man. All right, Yahoo News freaked out Trump pleads for an end to MAGA's Epstein civil war, and that's key words. That's key words right there, man. Civil war. All right, these are the things that's going to cause these Edomites, all right, and these supporters of your boy Trump to start going at each other's necks, man. All right, because nobody can come together. Nobody can come together at the picnic no more, or the grill. You know what I'm saying? And just be buddies no more. When this one is against Trump now, when he was for it, and this one is an avid Trump supporter, and he's Trump forever, no matter what he does. Okay, so now there's this clash. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. It says President Trump has responded to the growing tensions inside his administration, and this is inside his administration. There's tension within his own administration. All right. What was it? Someone else had. All right. Hold on. Let me finish this paragraph. It says President Trump has responded to the growing tensions inside his administration surrounding the Epstein files with a lengthy rant on Truth Social, backing Attorney General Pam Bondi and demanding MAGA to move on. I- Imagine that. Imagine that. The very thing that you ran your campaign on. Imagine that. And now you're telling these people who they believe brought you in there, you know what I'm saying? Now you're telling them to move on. Imagine that. All right. So let me see. I know I saw another article, man. Another article. Was it all right? Because there's a split going on right now, man. There's a split going on. This is from End Time Headlines. End Time Headlines. All right. And it reads, let me see. Hello, Slack. I don't know if you can see this. All right. Oh, Slack. Okay. This is Bongino. Bongino considers resignation over Epstein files. Okay. So this the conservative commentator Dan Bongino has indicated he might step down from his role amidst the release of new documents related to Jeffrey Epstein. According to reports, Bongino expressed frustration over the contents of these files, which has stirred significant political debate. The documents, unsealed recently, contain names of various high-profile individuals connected to Epstein's activities. Like I was telling someone else, I was telling someone the other day, I was like, listen, man, if you was to see, if these people were to see the names that was on those files, man, they wouldn't be able to look at their existence the same way anymore. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because again, I was talking with my brother yesterday that this whole theme of politics, all right, with this whole left right scenario, all right, it's tied to these people's identity. It's tied to their existence. It's tied to how they think, how they move, how they feel. You know what I'm saying? And if it comes down to them, if it comes down to it, that they have to realize that this whole thing that they've been believing in their whole life to be America is not real, but it was actually a farce the whole time. They're gonna lose it. They're gonna lose it. They're not gonna have anything to lean on anymore. That's why you look at these people who see Donald Trump in such a savior type of complex. This is why you see it. It's because he is their last hope. All right. When you see these jokers walk around with that red hat on, all right, they believe make America great again. All right, meaning make us great again. All right. This is what it is, man. Let's go to Romans real quick. This is Romans chapter 1 and verse lock it. Romans chapter 1 and verse verse 18. It reads, "For the wrath of the Most High is revealed from heaven against all ungodliness and unrighteousness of men who hold the truth in unrighteousness." All right, they're forced to see that this whole thing was a farce, that this whole thing was it was a scam, man, the whole time. All right, understanding that there was never any division amongst these two. You see what I'm saying? The left or the right. They're all the same. They're all the same, man. You know what I'm saying? When Trump gets up in there, he doesn't prosecute Hillary Clinton. All right? When the Democrats get up in there, you know what I'm saying? They don't get rid of you know what happened with Bush. You see what I'm saying? But here Trump is talking about this. These were war crimes. These were terrible things that went on in Iraq and Afghanistan. We should have never been there. We should have never been there. They lied. They lied constantly. Uh, uh, General Powell. It's like, well, why don't you take them to justice then? If it was war crimes, why don't you take them to justice? Ain't nobody end up in jail. You see what I'm saying? Either on the right side or the left side. All right. Here it is. Here it is. You're willing to impeach this nigga for getting a blowjob in the Oval Office, but you ain't got nothing to say over these files. You ain't got nothing to say over these images that we're seeing. You ain't got nothing to say. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, it's the thing of having to wake up to this reality. All right. which is a whole, it's a whole illusion. All right? It's a whole illusion, and the world is catching on to it. The world is catching up to it, man. Why do you think these concentration camps is being made, man? Because they know what's finna happen. They know what's finna happen, man. They know these jokers are gonna come up. They're gonna rise up. They're gonna get tired of the bullshit. They're gonna get tired of getting rammed up the ass. They're gonna get tired of that shit. You know what I'm saying? And then they're gonna finally jump to it, man. Because like I said, the division between mega. All right, here it is. These guys, they see that they see alligator Alcatraz as this is a wonderful thing. But then the other side is like, wait a minute, that's going to take away our rights, man. That's going to take away our that you can't give government an inch because they will take a mile. It's not just going to be about that. When this Joker said revoking revoking natural citizenship, revoking that, and the fact that these federal judges are no longer able to contest against Trump. All right, you got the other side of MAGA like, wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? Wait a minute. All right. So it's only a matter of time, baby. It's only a matter of time. Let me get this here. Obadiah 1 and 3. The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, who saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Your pride has deceived you all. Deceived you all, man. All right. This was the lure to catch the fish. This was the lure to catch the fish. All right. The scriptures say the fish in the snare. All right. Uh, so when you look at the lure was these immigrants, these violent immigrants. We have to get rid of these violent immigrants, these violent actors. All right. These people who are destroying America, who's destroying our country. You know what I'm saying? That was the lure. All right. You took the bait, man. You took the bait. All these from executive order after executive order after executive order. You see what I'm saying? And you've not stopped to consider it. You see what I'm saying? This big, beautiful bill, and then here we go, and and all these different clauses that's hidden inside this bill. AI, you can't change nothing that goes on with AI for the next 10 years. Nigga, what are we talking about? What are we talking about here? All right. I thought he was supposed to be against the deep state because the deep state wants a digital ID. The deep state wants digital identification. The deep state wants you to have a digital wallet. The deep state. I thought he was against the deep state. Here he is. Here's RFK. Here's RFK. Let's get every American to have wearables. Have wearables. So here it is. Here it is, folks. You know what I'm saying? Now it's time for you to make that stand if y'all really about something. You know what I'm saying? Because he playing right in your face. He playing right in your face, man. All right? And this is what the prophets have been telling, beginning with our apostles, bishops, and elders on down, man. This is what we've been saying. All right? That these jokers are gonna show their horns, they're gonna play in your face. All right. And when the people really start to say enough is enough, it's gonna be too fucking late because they got Palantir in place. They got Peter Thiel's AI robots in place. All right, AI drones. All this stuff is they got the top the top scientists and you know the top movers and shakers within AI in these positions of military rank. You know what I'm saying? Uh, from OpenAI, from Meta, from Palantir, okay? And they just made them lieutenant colonels like that. They just made them lieutenant colonels. You see what I'm saying? Just like that. They just made him lieutenant colonels like that, man. All right? A rank that takes you at least 20 years in service to reach. All right? All of a sudden, here you go. Let's make you lieutenant colonels and let's put you in rank of leadership to tell the branches what to do. And all of this is revolving around AI. A new system is being put in place, man. Salaki. So let's go back to Isaiah chapter 19. All right, getting ready to close it out. Isaiah chapter 19. It's Isaiah chapter 19 and verse 4. It reads, "And the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel Lord." A cruel Lord. You about to see it, man. All right? You about to see that cruel Lord, man, real soon. And he's not, and it's not gonna be something pleasant because y'all was stupid. Y'all was stupid, man. Y'all literally let him sit there in your face, and tell you that I could do anything. I can grab him by the pee. I can grab him by the kitty cat. You see what I'm saying? And they just let it roll off. All right, they just let it roll off, man. You know, but you gonna see it now. You gonna see it now. Okay. So the Egyptians will I give over to the hand of the true Lord, and a fierce king shall rule over them, saith the Lord, Yahweh Tazabawah. All right? It's coming, man. It's coming. All the AI architecture is put in place, man. All right. You're about to see devastation on a high level. On a high level. Okay? It's gonna be dangerous, it's gonna be deadly. It's gonna be sinister. Okay? Diabolical the way these jokers gonna move real soon, man. And the prophets have told you. The prophets have told you, man. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Indians, Hispanics, Seminole Indians, man. All right, get your house in order. Get your house in order, man. Not carnally. All right, not carnally. We're talking about spiritually, man. All right, separate from this place spiritually within. Separate yourself from this place. All right, love not your lives, man. All right, because they're about to play on that. They're about to play on that. They already pushed the real ID. They already pushed the real ID, man. So you can't get on the plane without that. You can't get on the plane without it. Okay? It's another step forward. It's another step forward to the MOTB. Okay? That subdermal device that goes underneath the skin, man. Either your hand, whichever hand it is, or your head. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be real out here. It's gonna be real. You know what I'm saying? When the scriptures tell you in Revelation, the 13th chapter, 16th verse, all right, that he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive to receive a charagma in their right hand or on their foreheads. You see what I'm saying? It's coming. You know what I'm saying? This is not something that the prophets have been saying just to say it. All right? It's a lot. This is second Esdras. Let's go to no, that's not it. Man. No, it's in Second Ezra. It's chapter 5. Khan. Khan. This is Second Ezra chapter 5. The water Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. And let's start at verse 9. It says, and the salt water shall be found in the sweet, and all friends shall destroy one another. There it is again. All friends shall destroy one another. Okay? Friends. We're not talking about enemies. We're talking about people who knew each other. We're talking about people who were at each other's weddings. You see what I'm saying? People who let their children play with each other. You know what I'm saying? People who have known each other for years, since high school. All right? It says, and the salt water shall be found in the sweet, and all friends shall destroy one another. Then shall wit hide itself. The wit is the understanding, the truth. All right? The wisdom that's coming out of these scriptures that's only going to be given to you through the prophets, man. All right? Then shall wit hide itself, and understanding withdraw itself into his secret chambers. So when the prophets are off these street corners, when the prophets are off the streets, off YouTube, no longer doing these videos, no longer on Odyssey, no longer on BitChute, no longer on Rumble, no longer on Instagram or TikTok. You see what I'm saying? When that happens, that's what's gonna lead in Amos chapter 8, verse 11. This is the famine of the word that's creeping in. All right, the famine of the word that's gonna take place, where all hell's breaking loose out here, and there's no answers. You ain't gonna have no more answers, man, because the prophets are gone. When the Lord removes his prophets, that's when you know that judgment is coming. Judgment is here, man. When the prophets are gone, that's when judgment hits. When Noah went into the ark, that's when judgment hit. You see what I'm saying? Verse 10, it says, and shall be sought of many. Many are going to seek after this truth. Many are going to seek after the words of the prophets, and they're not going to find it anymore. All right? And yet not be found. And it shall be sought of many, and yet not be found. And then shall understanding and incontinuity be multiplied upon earth. One land also shall ask another, and say, is righteousness that maketh a man righteous gone through thee? And it shall say, no. No. It's not going to be. It's not going to be the case anymore, man. It's not going to be, the prophets over in London, the prophets over in Philippines. It's not going to be the prophets anywhere anymore, man. Nowhere. In Germany, nowhere, man. In America, nowhere else. You're not going to be able to get on the internet to find us anymore. All right? Verse 12. At the same time shall men hope, but nothing obtain. They shall labor, but their ways shall not prosper. You see what I'm saying? To show thee such tokens I have leave, and if thou wilt pray again and weep as now, and fast 7 days, thou shalt hear yet greater things. You know what I'm saying? So the Lord was giving all these mysteries and all these things hidden to what? To the prophet Ezra. You see what I'm saying? So, the time is running out, man. The time is short. You don't have a lot of time left to get this thing right. You see what I'm saying? You got to repent now while you can. The scripture says, seek ye the Lord while he may be found. All right? Call ye upon him while he is near, man. This is what you're supposed to be doing. You see what I'm saying? But like we got earlier, only a remnant shall return. You see what I'm saying? So I want to cut that there by, uh, saying the water to all those who tuned in. You know what I'm saying? The water, Brother Zakar, Kastad, you know what I'm saying? 444. Hey, man, you know what I'm saying? It's been a privilege, all right? It's been a privilege to come out here once again and to preach this word, man, all right? Because this is what we do. This is what it's all about, man. And we're making our calling and election sure. You see what I'm saying? Because I want a seat on that chariot, man. And you should want it too. You see what I'm saying? You should want it too. So listen to the words of the prophets. Take heed to the words of the prophets, man. And don't Don't put it off. Don't put it off, man. Listen, don't put that thing off, man. If the Spirit is telling you you need to make a change, you need to make those changes now, do it. Do it. Don't play games. Don't waste time. You don't have any left. Do this thing. You see what I'm saying? Because like I said earlier, all right, with all this stuff that's being exposed amongst these Edomites, when all this stuff is being exposed right now to such a high degree, okay, understand they're gonna have to distract everybody some way, somehow. And it's gonna take something dramatic to do that. And it's never anything good. You see what I'm saying? It's never anything good. So expect something major to happen. And once that starts happening, once things start moving quick in succession, you're not gonna see the prophets no more. You're not gonna see us no more. See what I'm saying? So again, take heed. So with that, I'm going to face the east and I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Akafadash. All right? Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, of whom I've grown in this truth under. Shalom to the Akim out there that's pushing the truth, that's laboring in the word, and that's pushing the gospel of the great kingdom that's soon to come. Shalom to the Akwas that's listening in, that's remaining true to the faith, remaining faithful and submissive to their husbands, guiding their children. And shalom to the hopeful elect of the 12 tribes scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth. All right, you Israelite foreigners out there who live among the heathen and who look like those heathen nations, but your lineage goes back to the progenitors of the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel through the line of your fathers. All right, I want to say peace and blessings to you all. Barak Atham. Shalom.